Maybe 3.
Tops 4.
Tops 4.
Tops 4.
If you see us with 4 kids down the road, you are so lucky that you got that out of me. You are so lucky. What up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see, I have a guest. My husband, Anthony, is here with me because you guys have requested us to do an updated couples Q&A for a really long time. I think the last time we did one, we were in that apartment of ours in Dallas. Do you remember that? There was a plant behind us.
I do.
Do you remember that?
I killed my plant.
That plant is dead now. But plant is no longer with us, RIP. But we have a baby with us now. We got Kosti. Zair's at school right now. But we are going to do a little Q&A. I asked on my Instagram stories for you guys just to drop any questions that you have. I have not read the questions. Obviously, Anthony has not either. Yeah, hopefully we answer all of your questions, and if we didn't, maybe we'll do one in the future, so drop your questions in the comment box below. Obviously, like and subscribe so we can keep bringing you more videos. And also, congratulations on us hitting 500K.
You hitting 500K, not us.
It is us. You're part of the channel.
I know, but you.
It's the whole fam. Even them out there. Congratulations to us. We did it together. It feels so good to have my YouTube family growing over here. It's been a crazy ride. I just really like that this is my safe place to just, you guys can see all things, do all things, and live life with us. So we love that. Before we talk too much, let's get into this video and these questions and see what you guys have in there. Yeah, do you want to read them?
Just hold the phone. So
yeah.
How did you and your husband meet?
I definitely will drop in our love story, I guess, here because I have like a pretty detailed love story. But do you wanna start it off?
You got it.
You're just gonna. Well, basically, we grew up in Sacramento, which is actually pretty small. It's fairly small. I feel like everyone's pretty interconnected. It goes back generations. I mean, his mom and my aunts all went to like the same high school. My dad and his mom went to the same elementary school. They weren't there at the same time. There's just like a lot of stuff that happened even before me and Anthony were on this earth.
Your grandma and my grandma went to the same church.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of layers to it. But basically, we've known each other our whole lives. Didn't really start dating until I was like in 8th grade and he was a sophomore in high school. Yeah, we knew of each other. Anthony was an older kid. I really didn't.
Sports with their brothers.
Yeah, and I really didn't talk to him. But like our brothers were really good friends. So like my brother would always be over at his house and vice versa. We always kind of knew of each other. So there was no really like meeting.
You were a little kid. Until you were.
I wasn't.
Until like 2008.
Until I said, hey, take me seriously, dude.
And slid
I'm
my
cute.
MySpace DMs.
Yeah. So we don't remember meeting, truthfully.
No, don't remember meeting. How do you manage all the culture with your kids?
All the culture?
I guess your mom being African and I guess white culture.
Nothing to manage.
Yeah. They eat good food.
You're Hispanic too, bro.
Yeah, Hispanic.
There's nothing really to manage with culture. I feel like it just comes out in different ways because our family is diverse. Like, it's just depending on where the setting is, where we are, who we're hanging out with, that our kids kind of get exposed to everything. So there's nothing to really manage, I would say. No. Maybe I'm not
just
understanding.
Expose them completely to everything.
Yeah. And we love to travel with our kids. So even we hope to, more than good food, I just like to go places.
City with them.
Like,
do that.
We were just like, Mexico City, obviously at the top of Anthony's list is Mexico City.
It really is.
But we just want them to be exposed to as many cultures as possible because I feel like that's just going to make them so much more well-rounded and they'll just like love people that they meet so much more if they get a taste of all different types of cultures.
Yeah, even not our own. Like Zaire loved being in Italy. We loved seeing Zaire in Italy because the culture there was super like lovey-touchy on him and that was amazing to see.
Yeah, so nothing to manage. More like we're excited that there's just so much going on.
Yeah. How do you keep the romance alive with 2 handsome baby boys now?
Oh my God, that's what we're struggling with. Don't you feel like that?
I don't know if maybe struggling. It's just like you haven't even been cleared or anything like that. So it's like there is no like
outside of sex. Jesus, there's
from
more
a physical touch perspective. We've struggled a lot with sicknesses lately.
Yeah.
So like, we haven't even been kissing that much.
But like romance could be like getting flowers for each other. It could be doing nice little things. Like it doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be kissing.
We do relationship-oriented things.
I think we're struggling in this area right now. I think there's a lot going on. I'm gonna be honest. I think there's a lot going on. I don't want to say we're experts at this right now.
No.
I think we're really overwhelmed with life, and
being selfless right now too.
we're giving a lot to a lot of different things. And so I feel like right now we are struggling to make that time for just us. So I don't really know as far as advice. I would say being aware of it's probably the first step, right? Like admitting, like I'm admitting right now that we have not been that good. Oh, I realize the mic's on me. Can I put the mic on you because he's...
Baby.
on the mic.
I feel like that's the hard part. I would say is like we just miss like the little simple times of it just being us two, because we have. Oh, sorry, baby. We haven't had much time for just us.
I think once things calm down a little bit, it'll be better just to like watch some TV shows, have intimate time, like just chilling and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what we need more than anything. Just like literally just silence.
Yeah, I think finding the little moments that we can do that, and also making time for that. Like we have to do that. Like we probably need to schedule a date night, just us two.
Yeah.
But like we haven't done that. So this is a wake up call for us to make it a priority.
How do you prioritize your relationship with kids? Are you both open to therapy? Open to therapy?
Yes.
Sure, why not? I think it's healthy for anybody.
Yes.
Prioritize relationship, we kind of just talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really think we need therapy so much at this point. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Like together, like as a couple, I think we're doing pretty good at staying a team and making it a team effort. Obviously, it's not perfect every day, but I'm pretty proud of us.
I think we're good about if we, not going to bed angry, or if we do, apologizing as soon as possible. I think we're doing a good job of that. Because there is obviously flare-ups when you have a newborn and lack of sleep, but I think we both like understand we're on the same team and working towards the same goal. So like, yes, we're going to get frustrated and all that, but like, we pull back to each other, I'd say, really well. Come back to each other. If you were to have a baby girl, what would y'all name her? We can't tell you that.
Well, we can tell them what we were going to name her if Coast was a baby, because we're not going to use that name.
Why?
Because it wouldn't make sense for us to use that name, because it doesn't mean anything to us with this.
Maybe we would use it next time.
No,
it's a good name.
We won't. The name would have been Capri if we had.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
What do you mean?
I thought you liked the other Z name.
What name? Oh, that name I'm not telling them.
Okay.
I'm just going to tell them Capri because we won't use that.
Yeah, that's fair.
We were going to name Coast Capri if he was a girl.
Potentially.
Because we just loved visiting Capri, and this baby was conceived in the Amalfi.
We have a lot of girl names, though. I got like 4 girl names that I really like.
Yeah, do we have a burp in there we're trying to work out?
Middle name will always be named after a family member.
Yeah, we didn't have a girl, so here's Coasty.
Exactly. Where's the first place you're going to take Coast for his first vacay?
Oh, no idea. Knowing him, it could be Hawaii, because we have a family Hawaii trip that's going to come up at some point here. So it could be Hawaii. Other than that, I don't think we have anything planned. We were supposed to go to Santa Barbara. That's not happening.
Yeah, it's not happening.
And yeah, we have some family stuff that we have to take care of here. So we probably won't be traveling as soon as we thought we were going to be, which is totally fine. But I think Hawaii could potentially be his first trip.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just see. But obviously ready to take our boys with us wherever when the time makes sense, because we do love traveling, and we are up for the challenge of traveling with 2.
Yeah, we're a little locked in right now, but it's just a season we'll get through.
Yeah.
Honestly, how are you mentally, Mama?
Not doing well. How do you think I am mentally?
I think you're a beast and you're strong, but I think there's just a lot on our plates right now, and more so on your plate than mine. So I think strong but breaks at times is what I would say.
Yeah. I would say I'm definitely in a darker place, and there's things that are going on right now that I can't speak of to you guys about that are adding to where I'm at. But this has been one of the hardest postpartum experiences I could have anticipated, and I really did all the planning, as you guys know, to make this like the most seamless postpartum experience, and thank God I did, because a lot of that planning is definitely helping us now. But it's not quite enough to shield us from just life happening. So yeah, I think I could be doing much, much better.
I think the first week you were really good.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, Coast went to hospital, broke you mentally. Broke us both mentally. It was super hard.
Yeah.
Then Zaire got sick and we had to separate. And that was brutal. And now another life event happened. So it's kind of just been stacking.
It's just been definitely a stacking effect. And obviously you don't feel like yourself in postpartum. Like you feel icky. You're in diapers. Like you're sleep deprived. I'm pumping every 3 hours, so I'm not getting a lot of sleep. So I think everything is just kind of compiling, but I am not alone, thank God. So I have my husband, and I have my family and my friends, and I have this beautiful baby, and I have Zaire, and I have Jazzy. I have so many people. So I'm just trying to be grateful and see the silver linings and everything, because that's basically just what's going to get me through. And obviously trusting in God's plan, because wow, does he really have a plan here that I did not expect.
It's hard. So how did you both know you guys were meant for each other?
Well, when I was out of college, about a year and a half out of college, my grandpa passed away. I was in kind of a dark place, and I was really struggling with like letting people be there for me, and the only person that I wanted was Anthony. However, we were not dating at that time, and very much were like seeing other people, and it was just like this big wake up call moment that like this could be your person, you know, like if this is the only person that you feel safe with, like there's a reason for that. Even though it's been years since you guys have been together, that is like a hint to go explore that and make sure, you know, that if you're gonna close that chapter, like close it. But obviously there was like a big question mark around him, and so that's what drove me to reconnect with him, and what honestly probably drove us together.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was in a stubborn off with you and wasn't moving. It was your turn to come back to me that time. I came back to you. It was a lot of back and forth. But yeah, I would say there's a huge question mark. Yeah. And like, how?
Yeah, was there a time?
I don't know. I just felt like you were always going to be the person I ended up with, I guess.
From the beginning?
Not from the beginning, but like, I don't know. There's something about that first love, you know, like there's so many songs about that, but it's like real. It's like, there is something about it. Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of reasons. I felt like I was buying time.
When we moved in together.
Yeah, when we moved in together, it was
I feel like when we got that first apartment, you were like, oh, whoa.
Once we like realized how fun it was and like everything was the same but different, then I was like, okay, yeah, this is what I want. When I proposed to you, obviously I knew, like, I don't know. I always just knew. I wouldn't say like I dated around a little bit to buy time, but it felt like in the end buying time. And I knew the answer the whole time. But it was just more like my pride was in the way. And like, again, I had already...
It was timing.
Yeah, it was just timing.
Had to be right.
It was just, you needed to get out of college and get through your, you know, get everything out. I had to get my everything out, and then like the timing worked out. But
fair. Yeah. I think probably mix up both of those for me too.
Yeah, and coming back together and actually being like, okay, we're still kids in love.
Yeah.
Like very much so, everything still clicked.
Yeah, like I moved to Chicago and like it all worked out, and like it was just, everything was just like falling in place. So
yeah. Congrats on $500,000, girl. What's your number one favorite thing about each other? Ooh, that's hard. I like her creativity, and she's fun. I think you're really fun. Like, you're actually genuinely fun. And then I'll also say, like, I feel like every season she changes, she still remains herself, I would say.
That's sweet.
You're authentically you. You're authentically you.
Thank you.
And you're fun.
This is what's my favorite thing about you. There's a lot of things.
You create a lot of fun for our family.
I would say you make me feel safe. I think that's like one of my favorite things. I don't like a lot of people. I have a lot of like acquaintances and friends, but like deep friendships, deep relationships, I have far few between and none, really. And so I feel like you have always, I mean, for like half of my life been my safe place. And like it's never changed. It's never something I've had to question if I feel safe with you or not. Yeah. And I think that's so hard to find in people. So like that's probably my favorite thing. And then also like I love that you have your own opinions, and like you don't really like, you don't lean on me so much for that. Like I love that we both have our own opinions and our own things, and like that just makes our relationship so much more like better in the long run, because I feel like we push each other to continue to grow, and like we're open to having sometimes hard conversations because maybe we don't see eye to eye at first, but then we come to some type of agreement. I think like that's good, and I think that's super healthy even when it feels like a struggle sometimes. So I do love that. And then you're fun. Like we could be sitting in a room with barely anything and we would have a good time just being two goofballs and kids. So like that for sure too. But yeah, those are three things. Sorry, I couldn't pick one. And I could keep going. But
fair, yeah, I can keep going too. What does your husband do for work? I am boring and I sell software.
You're not boring.
Well, my job is boring and I sell software. I'm in corporate America.
Yeah, it's not boring.
But I work from home. It was nice. I used to travel a lot. It was fun. But I sell software.
He sells software and he does really well for himself. So I'm very proud of his career.
Do you guys want more kids? I don't know.
Either.
Right now, no.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Right now, we are in the struggle bus. So we can't even see the light of day. I mean, we barely see a sliver of light at the end of this tunnel. So I think right now there's going to be a pause. Yeah. And it's going to be just like kind of living in the moment and experiencing the two boys together. Like, we want to see them kind of have their time for just them. Yeah. You know, I don't want to throw another kid into it. Like, I want them to establish a pretty good relationship.
Zaire needs to be out of the tantrum stage, need to be in the helping stage. Like, he's awesome. But, like, and then also, like like you said, just time.
Yeah. I'm 31, so we really aren't in a rush. You're 33?
33.
Yeah, so it's like there's no like really rush right now. I could see us reconsidering like maybe in 2.5 years and checking in and seeing, you know, Zaire being around like 4, 5, and then being like, okay, how do we feel?
I think Zaire 5
do
sounds
we
good.
feel like our family's missing something?
Yeah.
Like I
really want a girl.
feel content right now with the two of them, and I love seeing them like just loving on each other right now. It's the cutest thing. Like Zaire, I pick him up, I go in his room and I'm wearing Coast, and he sees Coast and immediately wants to give his brother like a kiss. Like, it's just like the cutest thing. Like I want to kind of soak up just them too. Right? Time is limited, so I feel like if we threw another one in the mix, we're honestly like gypping our kid of time.
Yeah. I think financially I don't want another kid, but like I don't think when I'm sitting there at like 80 years old, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have had that kid because money. It's going to be the opposite. Damn, I wish I would have had another kid to like make our life more full. So I'm afraid of being like, not like regretting that in my older age, but I think I'll regret it more than I'll not regret it.
That's fair.
Like I think I'll want that, and I really want a girl.
Yeah, he really wants a girl. I could care less.
Girls take care of their dads.
That's true. Girls take care of their families. That's true, and their parents and all of that. But
they come home for Christmas.
I always imagine myself being a boy mom, and I think God is seeing eye to eye with me right now. So I'm afraid if we go for a third, we're just gonna get another boy.
And if we do, we do.
Like,
if we did, we did. That's great. But
crazy.
But we just need to wait 3 to 5 years. Is my thought. But and like lifestyle wise, I really like lifestyle of 2 kids. Like we can still travel a lot. It's still affordable.
It's 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah. Like, you know, it's like you're not outnumbered. Like traveling, one parent can take 1 kid. I can take
4 plane tickets is tough, but not the worst.
If we split up to put the kids down, it's not a big deal because it's like, oh, it's 1-on-1, you know? I like the convenience of 2.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, again, I don't think we've given you an answer. I'm sorry. We've just given you a lot.
I don't think it's over.
Yeah, I don't know. Talk to me when I get my body back and I'm feeling really good about myself, and then we'll see if I can go back
do it again. I don't think I care either way, but I just think, again, I don't want to regret it later on in life.
Fair.
Always becoming a parent affected y'all's relationship in every way possible, yeah?
It's literally been life-changing. Do not play about having kids. It does change your life. It's not for the worst or anything. It's just completely different. You need to get out your spontaneity like ASAP.
Go take that trip.
Kids. Like if you want to go move to a new city, do it. If you want to get a new job and you don't want to have to deal with the responsibilities of like you having to take care of someone else, do it. If you want to, you know, take a risk, do it. Like do all the things, and I feel like we did a really good job of that. Like even though it didn't feel like we had enough time, we did have a lot of time. Like, we did travel, we did have fun, we did move cities, we did do a lot of stuff. But even still, it still felt like, oh my God, that chapter.
You're always gonna say like, I wish 2 more years of travel. Like, but like, it changed a lot. Yeah,
it changed a lot. But at the same time, this is like the greatest
evolution
purpose
of it
in life.
Yeah.
Like to be able to give our kids like this foundation that we've like dreamed of giving them is so cool. To be able to make up the rules, like the school calls us when something goes wrong. It's just like crazy. Like, oh, what? We have to handle this? Like,
I think the main time is again, it's like alone time so again. Cool. It's like
we're putting a pool in our backyard and we just like decided that we're gonna buy a pool and put it in our backyard. Like, whoa, like that's crazy. That's adulting at its finest. Like we're furnishing a home. Like it's just all these things.
There's
like,
so many positive things.
Yeah, you still feel like a kid.
We're building a life together.
We're doing some serious stuff. So I would definitely say kids have made us definitely take our responsibility of like making a secure home, having a secure relationship very, very seriously because we are their childhood. We completely control it. So it's like, that's a scary responsibility. Like they'll think back and be like, my childhood was great, or they'll be like, it was miserable. And that's all up to us. You know, even when bad things happen, we can still like create a safe home for them. So
for sure,
we take that very seriously, I think. So like, yes, it's changed our relationship, but for the better. And this is just the next.
Yeah, chapter. We don't go day drinking on Saturdays. We don't we don't drink we used to go to dinner every Friday night and have a bottle or 2 of wine. Like we're
gonna get back to that.
We don't.
These kids, these kids.
We don't sit on the couch and watch a bunch of Netflix. We're active. Like I usually take Zaire. I try to get him out of the house, and T tries to take the baby. And like it's just like a lot of this right now that will come back to that.
Yeah.
But I think we try. We're trying really hard.
Yeah, we're doing everything we can. It's just 202 is a lot. I think. But it's going to get easier.
How is life like with both of you working from home?
Oh, I like it.
I like it, but then you also say you don't get an alone time either. We both don't get alone time. We don't get alone time.
Like, I mean, I literally don't remember the last time I was alone, you guys.
Yeah.
And that's not changing anytime soon. So, like, that's the hard part. You have to, like, literally decide to have alone time. Like, I have to say, oh, I'm going to go check into a hotel and, like, see you guys tomorrow. And, like, that takes a lot of guts and planning and stuff to just go and do that.
Was Zaire with one kid, it was easy.
Yeah.
But with two, it'll be easier once this kid is, like, sleeping 6 to 8 hours and not, like, doing those things. But I think working from home, I don't mind it. I stay in my office most of the day.
There's more pros than cons, don't you think?
We've always worked from home together, so we don't know any different.
Well, no, I used to go into an office.
Okay, for the past 4 years?
Yeah, since we moved to Dallas. Yeah. So it's been a long time. Yeah, it's been like 4.5 years or so. But I would say, like, there's more pros than cons. Like, we both have very flexible work schedules, so that's really good when it comes to kids and like appointments and just like errands or like whatever. Like,
it helps us be a team.
That's really nice because we can really work as a team, and then we also get to be really present with our babies. Like, Coast is here with us all day. Even if we have a nanny, it's not like we don't see him. Like, I'm with Coast a lot of the times. And
it's a team effort.
Like, some days I'm like, I want to be with Coast all day. And my nanny's like, all right, I'll tackle, like, the house stuff. And or, like, vice versa. She'll be like, I'll take Coast so you can work today. And it's like, I get to pick. Like, that's a privilege. That's a luxury. It's a privilege. That, you know, we've worked really hard for in order to do that. But, like, I love being here. I can't imagine you leaving because you've never left me to go to work. So
no, I would not like anymore,
that.
So.
I would not like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, Anthony.
Yeah, I agree. And also, we don't like, we say hi, but we're in passing. Like, I'm in my office, she's running around the house doing her thing. Like, we're both busy.
Yeah.
Like, we're not just sitting there doing, like, So,
very much busybodies.
I like it. Yeah. Who came up with the idea of anniversary tattoos?
Oh my God, that's such a...
Definitely you. I'm not a tattoo person.
No,
really.
He's not. Well,
I'm not opposed, but like I'm not.
If you would have asked him when he was like 14, he would have told you, "I'm gonna get this big tat across my chest, and it's gonna say Alvarez." Thank God that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But it was me. I was like, we should get another tattoo. We already had one before, but we were like, let's get something else. And so then we got the boys' names and a matching tattoo, and then I got one more for myself that says Faith. But
it was a cute idea.
It was just fun because this anniversary we weren't able to do that much because, again, of other things that are going on.
Couldn't go out to dinner, couldn't do things.
And so we were like, what can we do at the house that would just be special to us too? So that's what we did, and it was fun.
It was fun.
And it didn't hurt.
No, it didn't hurt.
It wasn't bad at all.
No.
Yeah.
No spice. All right. Does your husband speak Spanish? And are you going to teach the boys? I do not.
Hola, ¿cómo
I probably
estás?
understand like every 10 words, every 5 to 10 words.
Sí,
But no, we do want our kids to speak Spanish.
Sí, perfecto.
I would love them to speak French too, because then you could do like all the whole world basically with Spanish and French. But French is too hard for me to understand, and she hears it, but I do not.
Yeah, I grew up in a French-speaking household, so my parents both speak French, and my siblings picked up their French again later in their life. So I've always heard French growing up, so I can understand a lot of it, but speaking back is truly hard for me because I was never taught. But Spanish I actually took in high school, and I know probably just as much as Spanish as Anthony, which is un poquito, very, very little, but enough to like go to Mexico and like make, like get by, essentially. Like we can, I don't know, ask for a few things here and there, and like be polite and compensate a little bit, you know? Like La Cuenta's the check. Like you can say like little things, But I definitely want us to learn Spanish, being that we're in Texas and there's so many people here just in the States that speak Spanish. I think it'd be great for our kids. Yeah. So as soon as we can get them a Spanish tutor, I would love to do that.
What's your ethnicity, if I may ask? Love you and your family. New follower here.
I'm Congolese American. He's Mexican American.
Mexican American. How do you feel about traveling with 2 kids? I'm here for it.
I'm low-key nervous. Zaire's at a stage right now where he is very, defiant?
Demanding?
2 keywords.
Yeah.
He is a little man with a lot of feelings and emotions and things that he wants to do, and he's determined to do them, and I love that for him. Yeah. But being on a plane confined in a very small area with him right now does sound a little bit challenging. Considering, like, again, Coast is on this, like, 3-hour schedule that's very, like, demanding as well. The 2 of them could be a lot. Like, we were planning on traveling, and we were going to bring our nanny because we were like, I think we need one more person for backup. But that trip's falling
I think until 10 months, we need backup with an extra pair of hands. And then once around 9 to 10 months, I'd feel comfortable doing it alone. Yeah. I think that's like a breakthrough.
We could do it alone, but if we don't have to, why should we? But like
I am a little nervous for 9 months.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I would prefer to take like a little road trip, like just like to like an hour and a half away or something like that,
Yeah.
and go do something like that towards like the end of summer or something. Because I feel like coast would be like what, it'd be like 6 months or
Yeah.
something like that, and Zaire would be a fun age to like we could go to like Austin or Houston has so many things for kids. So like doing something like that would be fun. But yeah, I just don't know.
Until this kid's sleeping like 6+ hours, because like having the luxuries of home of like a bassinet that comes close to your bed and does well,
A night
having
nurse,
those things.
let's just say it.
Yeah, night nurse, like
She can't
all
come
those
with
things.
us.
Yeah. But like think about like we'd have to put him down in a bassinet and then keep on getting up, down. It's just that.
Yeah, and that's if they have a bassinet. Most places do they? Most
They
hotels?
have a crib, so
Yeah, they have
no,
a
that's
crib.
what I mean.
Yeah.
That's having a bassinet
And
close
then
to
we have
bed.
2 cribs.
Yeah, Zaire's great though. You go put him
Yeah.
down, he goes down for 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about him, but they both do lean towards Tanya for needs. Like Zaire on a plane sleeps better with Tanya like curled up. So like he'll go to me, but he prefers Tanya. So like 2 kids preferring her. Yeah, I would feel for you.
Yeah, that would
But
hurt.
no, I think around 9 months it'll open up doors because like again he'll be sleeping through the night at 6 months, hopefully 5 months.
Yeah.
Once that happens, I feel comfortable. But 10 months is like the best time to travel with your kid. I feel like they're so
best.
fun.
That's when we went to Europe was Zaire, and it
Yeah.
was literally the best time. 10 months is like book as many trips as you can.
Yeah, I think once he's sleeping through the night, I'll feel very comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
But until then, I don't really want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Do you want a little girl? Yes, please. Not in the near future though.
Why is that? Is it just because you want someone to take care of you, or like is there something deeper?
I just want to see myself as a girl. Like I just want to see that
see
side.
myself as a girl. See all his kids look like him. And he's like, oh, let me see myself in a girl.
No,
form.
I just want to see that. I also want to experience that. I want to walk down a girl down the aisle. I want to have the same life experiences. I just want father-daughter dances. I want life experiences.
You about to dance?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You would.
Yeah.
He would be a really good girl dad. I really do want to give him that experience, but at the same time, I will not sacrifice myself for it.
For sure.
I've sacrificed a lot, so it really has to make sense that if we have a third kid, that we're okay with it being a boy and potentially not going again. Because I really want to have a kid because we want a kid, not because of the sex of the kid. Because you can find yourself in a really scary situation if you start going down that rabbit hole. I've seen it. I've seen what people have done to get that.
Yeah. Let's see what we have to give in 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, so we'll just see. Is our family missing another person? Do we feel like we have the capacity to bring another human, no matter the sex, into our family? And if so, then sure.
And maintain lifestyle.
Yeah. Can we afford it? All these things.
Because I like travel. We like doing these things.
Yeah.
And like if all of a sudden we
I don't want to give
can't.
up traveling.
Yeah.
I don't want to like gyp all my kids from traveling just because I wanted to have more kids. Like travel is a huge thing. I really think it shapes a person. So like we have to be able to travel with however many kids we have, which means we have to be in the financial means to do that. And that's something we have to really consider. Like sports, I want them, if they want to play sports and go farther in like training, something like that, I don't have to tell them no, so that's my responsibility as a parent to protect my kids and be able to make sure that we can provide everything that we want for them. And I know kids don't need much. I know someone's going to comment that. But again, I want to give my kids maybe things that I didn't have.
Time too. Like I want to give them time. I have to work a full-time job. You work like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be able to be there. I want to, be assistant coach, maybe all those things. Like, it's just time. I want to be able to pour in myself to all my kids equally. So if you start having 3, 4 kids, it's going to be harder and harder. It's not saying it's not doable, and people do it every day, but I don't know.
We just want to make sure that, it feels right.
Yeah. Each other's pet peeves. About each other?
Oh, I have a pet peeve.
He's for it.
He's super indecisive. Like, it honestly is a pet peeve because I have to tell myself to shut up and let him work through his,
I'm a little indecisive.
thoughts. Like, it could be anything. It could be what fan we're going to get outside for our patio. Like, not saying that's what he's, like, focused on. But, like, if I'm like, oh, I like this fan, I'm going to buy it. He's like, wait. Like, let me go do some research. Like, market research, Excel, spreadsheet, links, like, all the pros and cons of each fan. I'm like, it's a fucking fan. But, like, to him, it's like, no, bro, we can get the best fucking fan. You don't even know. And, like, he will find us the best fan. Like, I know that. But sometimes I'm like, okay, this does not need market research. Like,
I don't disagree.
Like, we don't. So sometimes I'm like, I have to decide what I'm going to share with him about decisions. Some decisions I'm just like, I'm just going to make, it's so small that I should just make this decision on my own. Because if I include him and
it'll be a process.
Take he needs time.
I need
so
like
if I need something done,
hour
I need to give him time to get it done. Like it's not gonna get done that day. So Tanya, you just know that like in a week he's gonna have an answer for you. Check back in at the end of the week, but keep poking him a little bit so that he knows that he needs to continue his market research.
Fair.
That's probably my biggest pet peeve, but at the same time it has saved us plenty of times. So it is a strength.
Yeah, it's like when we bought the Jeep. I wanted the Jeep I wanted to. So,
fair.
you know, I don't know. I'm particular.
And I went and found that Jeep.
Yeah.
He told me the exact Jeep, everything that he wanted, and I went and found it. They had to ship it here.
I think I'm just getting more and more particular as I get older.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, I just want to buy things one time and be done with it. But yeah, I agree. It annoys myself. Living in my brain is hard sometimes.
We'll make like a final decision. Like, for instance, the pool out there. I was like, oh, I wish the pool was just like a little bit shorter. But before, it was how big can he make the pool? So it's like, you know, sometimes.
I'm a grass is greener person sometimes.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. The grass is greener somewhere else. And sometimes I'm just like, shut up. We have it so good. You don't need to worry about that. It's totally fine. This is not our forever home. The pool is fine. The grass is fine. Everything is fine.
We're
agree.
Good. Pet peeve. Mine are more like little things. Like, I feel like I have this written down somewhere actually, like where it was like 2 truths and a lie type thing, or like what was? I feel like I wrote this down somewhere.
These are the things I don't like.
No, you asked me this one time, and I was like, "Oh, that was a good one. I need to look."
Oh, I used to have
one is like putting putting lids on things,
but I did that.
And then like, let me see. I'm curious if I did right. Again, the older I get, the more particular I am about how clean things are.
I could say like,
I like the kitchen sink.
If I make a piece of toast and like I have a butter knife and I just throw it in the sink and I didn't rinse it
or just leave it on the counter. Yeah, it's little things.
Like he'll just get pissed off, which is fair. Like I leave little messes everywhere, not crazy messes, but
little messes everywhere.
And that probably irritates him because he does have a little bit of OCD, which is good. It's like I don't put something back exactly where it needs to go.
Yes. Oh my God. That is my biggest pet peeve.
He could lose it.
Everything has a place for a reason so we don't lose things.
Yes. Or if I don't do it in the way he thought it should be done.
That I care less about a little bit. But yeah, I just like things done right the first time.
I'm not scared.
No, I would say what you, I forgot what you just said, but it was right.
Twice.
Wait, what was it again? I forgot what you just said actually.
Like about putting things specifically where they go.
Oh, where they belong. Yes, if you use the scissors, they shouldn't be where you use them. They should go back to where they belong, like in the right drawer.
Order and structure, and that's the right.
Also, I grew up in a house where like every drawer was a miscellaneous drawer, and you can't find anything.
No, your house had a good system.
It did eventually. Yes, it did eventually. Not when I was younger. Yes, everything has a place, and put it back or else you'll lose it. What prompted you to move to Texas, and how did you know it was the right move?
It was Anthony's idea.
Yeah.
I didn't even know anything about Dallas. I've only been here one time and it was with you.
Yeah, so I think it's hard to say Dallas? We're from Texas or we live in Texas. It's weird to say that because California. Because we were between Atlanta and Texas.
But why did you choose Dallas?
Because I'd been here multiple times for work, probably like 20, 30 times. And the city seemed good. Every time I went out, there was interracial couples around and stuff like that. It just seemed diverse enough. And it was just close to the West Coast. I remember you saying it was like, he's like, it's up and coming, it's booming. Like there's just so many businesses going there. Like there's like a hustle and bustle that's starting there or something like that. Like you would just say that. Yeah, I like the downtown area, uptown area.
When we looked it up, we also saw that there was like really good schools here and that like the price of living was good. And there was like just some like stats like that we liked overall. So
it was open during COVID.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, it was open. There was a lot of outdoor things that we could do here, and so like we didn't want to stay in Chicago during the pandemic. It was just like we're in a city, but it was like desolate. It looked like apocalypse vibes. Yeah, and we knew it was gonna get cold, so we're like, we gotta leave now before it's like a whole long. Winter.
I would have stayed in Chicago longer, honestly.
No, I'm so glad we left. That city was killing my soul.
Yeah, it was time to go.
It was killing.
It was time to go.
People, I'm sorry, Midwest people are. I love you, but I don't.
I liked him, but yeah, they're pretty. There could be some basic times.
It was very segregated.
It was very segregated.
And then on top of that, like very bland.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I'm happy we moved. Do I know it was the right move? I think it's the right move for the next 5 years. I think what's going to break me is there's no mountains around. Everything you do, you have to pay for. Like if you want to go have fun, you pay for it. There's no natural activities. There's no hiking. There's no snowboarding. Yeah, but they're flat. I really want to snowboard, and I want my kids to snowboard with me a lot.
And I'm telling him, like, we just have to make enough money so that we can go to all the big snowboarding places with a beautiful cabin and just make it a whole family vibe.
I just grew up with a season pass, going snowboarding every other weekend in Tahoe.
We were spoiled.
And it's just like a day trip, and it's not a costly trip to just go up and back real quick. And like, that's what I just want for my kids.
We were definitely spoiled, but I think we will have the means because we live in Dallas to go and take those trips.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to make an effort with it. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it's the right place. I love
planning a good trip.
That's true. I think it's the right place for the next five years at least.
Oh,
maybe even 7.
Than that. I would say 10. I can't see myself leaving anytime soon. Where the hell am I going to go?
I don't know. As they get older,
I can't afford California.
I can't afford California.
And I don't want to go back there.
I don't want to go back to California, and I don't. All the places that I want to go for like snowboarding are so.
And you're not going to live there.
Yeah.
The people are terrible.
The people are terrible.
We can't go there.
There's no diversity.
No.
But like, that's the lifestyle I want my kids to have, is active lifestyle and like doing things that are very.
They will. They're going to be in sports. They're going to be very active.
Yeah. It's just hot here. I just can't imagine sitting through a baseball game for 3 hours in 100-degree weather all the time.
We'll have all the gear. Don't worry.
That's fair.
Amazon must-haves for sporting events. I got you guys. It's coming.
What are your parenting styles? You go. I know I'll tell yours.
Okay. I think we have different perspectives, but go ahead. What do you think mine is?
You're a helicopter parent.
I kind of disagree.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why I don't say I'm a helicopter parent is because let's say I bring Zaire a plate of food. I'm going to leave him with that plate of food. I'm also going to let him independent play and not bug him. I'm not a big buggy person when it comes to Zaire. I give him his space to do what he needs to do in his own time. I'm actually very patient with Zaire.
I don't disagree with that.
Now, when we're out in public, like if we're in a public place, I will be the helicopter parent. I do want to make sure that my kid is safe. I do want to be closer to him to make sure he doesn't fall and things like that. I don't like to have a lot of distance with him because people be snatching up people's kids. Like, so I'm a helicopter parent in public. In the house, I am not a helicopter parent. I don't. Now, will I look at Zaire and be like, be careful?
Be careful comes out of both of our mouths way too much.
Yes,
way
but like
too much.
at the same time, I'm not like holding his hand. Like,
agree.
I'm like, okay, like I watched him do a flip off the couch yesterday and tell my dad I'm not going to react because if I don't react, he'll be fine. He got up and he was fine. So I would say, yes, helicopter parent in public, but not in our home. I'm very patient and I give Zaire a lot of time and space to like make his own choices and decisions. I feel like I do gentle parenting at home very much so. In general, I do.
I feel like we both like lean towards like that Montessori vibe of like he does what he wants and we just kind of guide him through it. But like
he wants to do everything that we're doing. So it's really like fun. He doesn't want to do anything that's like crazy. Like, yes, does he push the limit sometimes and decide to climb on something he shouldn't? But instead of me being like, Zaire, get down, I said, Zaire, can you show me how you get down? Show mommy how you get down.
Yeah.
So, like, I want him to know that, like, I'm challenging him in a way, right? Like, show me what else you can do instead of, like, making it you've done something wrong because he hasn't. He just explored that I can climb on top of the table. This is something I can climb on. He doesn't know that it's a table. Yeah. So, like, I think as a parent, I remind myself that a lot. Like, think like your toddler and then your patience will grow. Yeah. Because you realize like they just don't know and they're here to explore every piece of the world. So if I always lead with that, I feel like it helps me even in the times where I feel like my patience is being tested. I agree. I think it's hard not to be disciplinary. I think you're a helicopter parent at home. At home, I like to make sure this kid eats because he won't eat if not. It's so scary. So I have to make sure he eats. He will eat. He eats. But other than that, I'm more of like you do what you want to do and you find out what hurts you and like what falls. Like if you fall, it is what it is, and out and about is what it is. I annoy him about food. I do agree with that. You annoy him. I agree with you with food. In general. What? He played by himself for like an hour yesterday, just doing his thing while I cooked. That's fair. Oh, Coasty, what is it? I do intentionally annoy him though. But yes, like lick his ears and stuff like that randomly, and like bite him and stuff like that. But like, yeah, you're like more of an annoying dad vibe where you're just like always there, like pushing him, like doing whatever. Playing with him. Like sometimes I'm like, leave my kid alone. Yeah. So I think he's more of a helicopter parent in that way. Oh, I don't know. Yes. The words "be careful" come out of your mouth a lot. Yeah, but I said that. I admit that. Yeah, but I would say like I'm not like telling him like, oh my God, Zaire. Like I'm just like Zaire. Yeah. Can you be careful? I think it's hard not to be a disciplinary though. I kind of remind myself, like you said, like, the table is just a table. So like Anthony's working on not saying like no. Yeah. Because like sometimes he wants to say no and I'm like, no, just guide him. Like no doesn't explain what's happening. Right? Snatching something doesn't explain it. Taking something from a kid fast has not told them what's going on. Instead, teach them how to give it to you. Just say like, hi Zaire, can I have that? And most likely the kid is going to give it to you. If you snatch it, that's when they become like, they immediately think they've done something extremely wrong. And like most of the stuff that toddlers do is not extremely wrong. It's again, just them exploring something. So like, you're very good at that. Yeah. The word no doesn't really come out of my mouth. really was Zaire, actually. I just tried to like make it a learning moment.
But I do think as we get older and the kids get older, you're gonna struggle with letting them do what they want, and I'll be more open. Like, 'cause my parents let me do whatever I want, and you are more restricted by your parents.
I think I'm gonna have the cool house, and I think that they're gonna want to come here because listen, my pantry is stocked, baby, and I will make sure to have all whatever the heck they need, like whatever they want to do, like come on over here, okay? I'm building the backyard, so we got some entertainment out there. Like, I want my house to be a fun house, so I'm gonna do everything in my power to make that a thing, and then. Yeah, I would hope that like my kids do want to have their friends over here because again, I don't want to like helicopter them in that way. If you want to stay up late and you're tired in the morning, that's on y'all.
Yeah,
he's definitely the disciplinarian right now.
In a weird way, yeah.
I'm really not, but I think that could flip at some point.
And I don't think either of us are that disciplinary. I don't spank him. I don't do anything.
No.
It's like,
but you'll be like, Zaire, no. And I'll hear it from upstairs and be like, oh, what did Zaire
It's hard just not to be frustrated at times. I know. And I'm just learning patience. I can hear you
trying to like explain what you
should have said. Like, bro, come on.
It's like you said no first and like, okay, you're trying to correct it.
Yeah. Like, don't get on the table. No, feet on the ground. It's just like trying to like rewire my brain with patience.
But that's a man thing. Like, I feel like a lot of men struggle with that. I think that's a very common thing for dads all over the world. Like, gentle parenting does not come as natural.
Well, I don't like diversions because then it's diverting it.
Like, moms, it's like it's in us. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that you guys have to really like teach yourself, and you have to want to do that. It's so much easier to learn from your fathers who didn't experience any ounce of patience. You know, so you're like undoing your brain.
100%.
Which I have to be patient with too, as well.
How did you guys get over hardships and difficulties in your guys' relationship? Love your vids.
Forgive.
Yeah.
Forgive, but don't forget.
Don't forget. Yeah, I would say forgiveness. Also, just like knowing again that like this is what I want.
Forgive, like let's say you guys, if you forgive, you need to really let it go.
Let it go.
And I truly mean that. Like, if you're gonna forgive someone, you gotta let go. There's no resentment that should be coming with your forgiveness, because then you really haven't forgiven that person if you're still holding it over their head. And so I think that's been something for us that have dated through life. Like, you know, yeah, we're married now and we've had this beautiful chapter, but there was times when we were dating in our younger age that were messy.
It was so messy.
That were like so all over the place, so just
so gray areas.
So terrible.
Yeah.
And like, we have truly forgiven each other for those like messy young times where we were like toxic at one point. And so
we thrived off toxicity for a second.
But it's like we have not carried that into this chapter. No. Like, since we got back together and I moved to Chicago, that really has been left, like, it was forgiven and gone. So, like, I think that's important, that, like, forgiveness, you have to really, truly be able to forgive. Like, a true forgiveness can set you free from so much. It really can, bro. That would have had us in chains. I'm telling you, we would not be here today if we didn't forgive each other.
Yeah.
So, people need to learn forgiveness. If you're going to get in a fight with someone, it could be about anything. You need to learn how to forgive your partner. And
you need to decide of like, am I over it? Am I over the person? Am I over the problem?
Can you actually forgive?
Yeah, can you? And there was times where we couldn't. And that's why we broke up and didn't talk for a year or two at a time. Like, there was things that like we needed breaks. Yeah. So I think, I don't know, I think the breaks were healthy. Yeah. And like every time one of us needed one, we took one and didn't talk to each other for periods of time.
But yeah, I think forgiveness is huge.
Forgiveness. And just when it's time not to be messy,
open communication, like in just general, like we could still fight now.
Yeah, but when it's time to not be messy, it's time to not be messy. Like you can't like say, "Oh, this is the restart."
At this age, though,
bro, I can't even think about it.
They better not be. Yeah. I don't even like. There should be no messy at this age.
Well, you don't know who's watching, but when it's time to be serious, it's time to be serious.
It was like
college, high
school. Okay, we're not talking about now. So I don't know what age you're watching this, but like, bro. Don't tolerate messy just because you think that's.
And if you want to be messy, just don't be in the relationship with that person and like break up and come back. You know what I mean?
Like be respectful. Be respectful at all times. And then in general, like now, yes, we're not saying we never argue. Of course we argue, but I think communication and patience and understanding each other's like love languages and each other's way of communicating and how like you receive things is so important. Like he wants to fix things immediately, and I'm like, I need like an hour to go and like. Breathe, and then I can have this conversation with you. So like understanding communication styles will also help you, because then you're not like guessing like why this person went and shut themselves in a room. You're like, oh my god, you're like, oh, she actually just needs space, and this is what happens when we fight, and I need to give her that space, because if I go in there right now, she gonna say something and I'm not gonna be able to take it back.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, communication styles and
sure.
love languages for sure.
Yeah.
And being like attentive to those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Communication style is huge.
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah, 100%.
And everyone's different.
Yes.
And like you need to like let your partner be different from you. Like it's okay, but you need to like learn how to make it make sense for you both.
Deal. Are you house tour?
We will not be doing a house tour, but you will be able to see like, you know, coast room or nursery and things like that. When I finish a room, I typically like will show the room, but I don't really have the need to show like the layout of our house. I'm sure you guys see it in vlogs and things like that casually. So I feel like that's enough of a house tour.
Deal. Political views.
I think you know.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. If something were to happen, no, like,
You know.
Yeah.
We're on the right side of this.
Yeah. We're trying to make a difference in Texas.
Okay.
You know.
Go blue. Go big blue.
How'd you meet? How would you recommend to deal with not so nice in-laws? Always have your partner's back.
We have great in-laws. But I would definitely say choose your partner over those parents, because at the end of the day, this is your new family, and you gotta stand up for your family at the end of the day. And that is the family that you chose and are creating now.
Facts. What does your overnight routine look like with the newborn pumping, washing parts? For 5 nights out of the week, we have a
night nurse,
and it's amazing.
It's the best investment we've ever made, and my husband can also agree with that. Even though at first he was like, "Why are we doing this?"
It's expensive, but worth it.
So worth it. And then other than that, I basically have bought a ton of pump parts so that I don't have to wash any in the middle of the night. And I have enough clean parts to get through the rest of the night. And then I'll have like, I can use an ice chest or a fridge to store the milk that I've pumped. So it just literally goes in there. So like basically at night, I'll wake up the baby, Anthony, or I will change the baby. And then,
usually you wake up the baby and change him, and then you pass him to me to feed him. Yes,
and then Anthony feeds him, and then I pump during that time, basically.
Yeah. He's got a little reflex thing going on, so I just hold him for like 30 minutes to an hour.
And then Anthony will come and put him in the bassinet, which is next to me, and then I kind of like help him sleep in the bassinet throughout the night, and then we just keep doing that. But yeah, he's a pretty good sleeper. He's doing pretty good, so no complaints. And I do give the night nurse much credit for this.
So much credit. Prenup or no prenup thoughts? We did not do a prenup.
But I definitely recommend it.
But I recommend it.
Do it.
Not because of us, but like do it.
Definitely do it.
I would have done it with anybody but Tanya.
I think we still should have done it.
I think at the end of the day, you value my values, so you wouldn't
if I would have known more then, I would have insisted that we did it.
Yeah.
Because like, again, it's just to make things easier if anything ever went down. And life is life, bro.
Yeah.
I love him. I don't like, we don't have one obviously, so we feel very confident that like nothing's gonna happen. But like a prenup does not mean that you think you're going to break up. It's just literally taking an extra step to make sure things are always going to be clean and cordial. Like, and that's important.
But if you don't have money before you get married, there's no need for one.
Yeah, but you could do a post-nup.
I think whatever you do when you're married, it's like a team effort. Like, I think.
But what about my business, bro? I ain't giving you my business.
I have.
Hell.
I have more to lose at this moment, but I have a feeling you'll have more to lose in the future. I won't take your
stock portfolio. You can keep that.
I don't know. At the end of the day,
you did that on your own. I didn't touch that.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't insist with it. I didn't do nothing with it.
At the end of the day, get a prenup if you need to. I don't.
We probably should do a post now.
I'm not doing nothing.
Why not? Why not?
Because I just don't need to. We don't need to. I think we're both civilized people. And if one of us cheats on the other with proof, you could have the money.
I would not come for his stock portfolio. I would say, I'm going to keep my business, you keep your stock portfolio. The house would be where we'd have a major issue, though, because I know that, like,
we'll sell it and figure something out.
Yeah, we probably would end up selling everything and then be like, all right.
It's not going to happen, so.
It's not going to happen, but it's funny to think about.
It's funny.
Like, it's crazy to think about. Like, people have to do that.
It's sad more than anything.
It's really sad.
Yeah, I think we're both respectful people.
For sure.
But if someone were to cheat, then the other person deserves all the money.
Why I think we're so respectful is because of the history behind us. Like how interconnected our families are, like all that stuff. Like, bro.
Well, he's also like been there, done that. Like the fuckery.
But if I met some random stranger like in my 20s and married him, best believe I'm getting that prenup. Yeah. Best believe no, I don't know enough about you, bro. Like I don't know your whole life history, and I wasn't there to see it. I was there to see his whole life history.
Yeah. I know who you come from, where you come from, but yeah,
just get the prenup.
If you have money. If not, don't get a prenup because then you're screwing yourself over. Like, y'all's favorite thing about being married?
Doing life with you.
Yeah, doing life, having kids together.
Yeah.
You could do that without being married, but yeah, doing all the things.
Basically living the life right now that we talked about when we were kids.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
We always love doing, like, I don't know, when you move in together, you have sleepovers every night with your best friend, just doing life with your best friend.
Yeah. Woo, this is the longest Q&A ever.
Seriously.
We're going to cut it right here.
That was a lot.
I'll ask you one last question that they asked
God.
you. What would your dream job be if you weren't working in tech? I could tell you what I think it would be, but you answer first.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you totally know.
I like cooking, but I don't like working on weekends, and I wouldn't want that life because I want to be in the restaurant, eating at the restaurant on the weekends, but I do love cooking.
Wow, that's not what I thought you were going to say. I love that.
What would you think?
I thought you were going to say commercial real estate.
Oh, I think commercial real estate would have been a better path for me, but I can't restart. But yes.
But I thought that would be like your dream job, like just selling big commercial real estate property.
No, I think doing something I actually like.
Oh, so
I don't think I would like. I don't think I would.
The money.
Yeah. I like the money, and I think I actually would understand commercial real estate.
For sure.
Because I don't understand tech that well. I understand it enough, but like I think I really understand. I understand real estate. I understand the economy. But like it would just been nice to sell something I know. Yeah, better.
Yeah.
But yeah, a chef would be like a dream job.
Obviously, I'm eating good.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. Was there anything else that I think we missed in there? Oh, someone asked if you would do dad content.
No, it's not for me. This is her thing.
Because he's not a content creator and you can't force this on this
man. I don't even like looking at the camera right now.
You're lucky that he's even here. Like, Ant's mysterious online. It's like the most Ant they've gotten in like years.
Fair.
You guys are really
It's hard to look at a camera.
It's just not his thing, and I would never force it on him. Like, when we do it, it's just, like, fun, and it's, like, random and whatever, but it's just not his thing. So, yeah, no dad content. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. I also got 2 kids and a full-time job, and...
Yeah, he works a lot.
Yeah, so...
So, it's, I'm lucky to even get this time. Anything you want to say to the YouTube fam? You're pretty silent to them. Do you want to say anything?
What's up, YouTube? No, that's all I had. That was pretty funny in the beginning, actually. That's all.
I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. We haven't done one in a really long time. We're definitely in a different chapter than the last one that we did. I feel like I need to go back and watch that one because I don't even know what we said. But yeah, we're hanging in there.
Oh, I have a question. What did you learn throughout these questions? Did you learn anything about us or anything like that we need to do differently, or you know what I mean?
I don't think I learned anything about us. I think I learned about our audience and the way that I can best serve them. Like I feel like I can talk more about I can be more transparent about our relationship, like us trying to go and actively set time for each other and vlogging those moments and giving you guys ideas on what you guys could do that's not super crazy. I probably should have vlogged us having that little moment in there and the setup and how that went, because I do want to encourage couples again just to make that 1 hour, even a week, for just you two. So I think there's ways that I can encourage my community to find that time. And then also just about how we operate, what our roles are, what that looks like. I feel like we are, we both work, right? He loves to cook. I don't love to cook. There's certain things that we do and how we function in a relationship that is not traditional. So I think it's good to have representation for that and hold space for that, because your relationship has to work for you and it's going to look different for everyone. So just being able to show our relationship more and what our roles are, because I know he's not a content creator, but I could very much incorporate him more into our morning routine when I'm vlogging, not just showing my perspective, but also what is Anthony doing when I'm upstairs with Zaire. He's preparing his lunch, right? So showing
because I don't mind being on camera. I just don't
if
like
I have the camera set up on a tripod,
things.
he doesn't care because it's I'm just recording normal day. But I think those things could be helpful to other parents to see what our dynamic is and how we basically have created this structure and foundation for our family. So that's what I've learned from your guys' questions about what you're interested in, what you want to see more of.
How do you feel about hitting 500K?
I feel good about hitting 500K. I mean, we were only at 6,000 subscribers when Zaire was born, and Zaire is literally about to be 21 months. So in 21 months, we've basically grown to 500,000, which is insane. And I think in the next 21 months, we could be at 1 million subscribers if we keep going.
You will be at 1 million. This is you. This is all you.
It takes everyone to allow me to film and to put our lives out there. It takes you. So it is a we thing. It's them. It's everybody working together, creating this community. So it's not an I thing. I don't see an I in it at all. And yeah, I feel good about it. And I need to actually celebrate this. I think I've like missed celebrating so many things in my career in the last year because of being a mom and like balancing too many things that I have not taken time to actually celebrate. And I am like, I need to celebrate this. I need to stop just being like, oh, I'll celebrate when the next thing happens. Like, I need to actually figure out how to celebrate this, because like when you're an entrepreneur, there's not like, especially when you have a small business, there's not really anyone to be like, I don't have a boss that's going to like celebrate me.
Yeah.
I am my boss. So I have to figure out how to like celebrate myself. Or like it would basically have to fall on like a friend or something. Or
and I got to figure it out too better too. But I agree. I do got to figure it out better.
That's the hard thing is like, and also I've had a lot of wins, and sometimes it feels like it's back-to-back wins. So we're like, oh, we'll just celebrate on the next thing. And then we miss sometimes the bigger wins because we're just like, we'll wait. So I don't want to wait. I need to celebrate this one, especially with what's going on in my life. So that's been my biggest thing. But yeah.
Proud of you.
I feel good. Thank you
keeping
for
the romance alive,
Thank
you know.
For letting me, steal your time, babe. I know that they loved having you here. And make sure you like and subscribe so I can keep bringing you more videos, of course. I'm thinking that our next video is going to be a postpartum fashion haul, because he's been telling me that my body is looking really good. My mom told me that. He told me that. My nanny told me that.
The nurse today, the doctor
told me that. Everyone's like, dang, girl, your body looks good for just having a baby. So I feel like I need to go try on some clothes.
I agree.
So I feel like me and you guys, we need to do like a clothing haul. I'm thinking like an Amazon.
Can be part of your 500K celebration, you know.
No. No, that's on you. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace, y'all.